All right, in today's video, we're going to show you how we use these OK hooks. I guess that's why you pronounce it, OOK. You can pick them up at your local big box store. I went to Home Depot and grabbed them, as well as this quick mirror. My wife has been bugging me for a very long time that she wants a long mirror to help her when she's getting dressed and everything like that. And I had these big plans of getting one made for her. And finally I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna get one up here. So it's really quick and easy. All we gotta do is make sure that we get things nice and level. And once we have all our score marks going, we can dive right into it and get it done. Real quick though, to get things going, you're going to need, first of all, you're gonna need a level of some sort, as well as a screwdriver, because I would recommend screwing these in by hand and not using a power drill, as you can, these are just plastic, so you don't want to crack these or damage the glass or anything like that. And it did call for a drill with a 3/16 drill bit. Might have been a little small. I damaged a couple of these. Trying to get it in there, so I ended up just using the screw though to tap it in. And that being said, the last thing you'll need is just a little mallet or hammer of some sort. Nothing too heavy duty, as these plastic plugs can't take too much. The other thing you're going to want to reference is how thick this frame is. These were 1/4 inch wide, and needed slightly a little bit wider, but they ended up working and it's holding up quite well. So let's show you how we did it. Okay, so you want to take the measurement of the mirror, and the mirror that we're doing is about 13.5 inches. So we want to line it up with that piece there. So you can see we've drawn this line already. We come here, we just make sure our level's nice and level. We go ahead and draw that line 13.5 inches across. And then you can see these little marks that we've added here. Those are the indicators of 3 inches in from each of the outsides. The nice thing about these is they're clear, so you can actually take it, line it so that 3 inches on the outside edge of it, and make sure you're nice and level. And then you can make a little pencil mark. And now you know where you're going to drill your hole. Now we're going to take that down as well. We're going to repeat this process on the bottom here, making our 3-inch insets. And now we can take these pieces, mark them, and put where we're going to drill that hole.
Okay, so here we're just taking the clip to make sure that that indicator mark is lining up properly with that hole. And now we can come back with that 3/16 bit and drill in the pilot hole for the plug to go into. Now, once again, the other side, I'm just going to double check that indicator hole and make sure the drill's lined up and slowly insert it into the drywall. Now we can come back with our mallet and lightly tap in those plugs. Now, like I said earlier, the hole needed to be a little bit bigger than the 3/16 it seemed like, but I didn't want to take it too big. So I slightly tapped in the plug till I could get it. Then I just actually used the screw and slightly and easily tapped in that plug. Now you don't want to insert the screw too much, because you don't want that plug to start expanding right now. You just want to use that screw to kind of help the plug from essentially cracking on itself. And then you can get it inset there and then remove that screw. Now with the plugs in place, we can come back and add these clips to the bottom portion. Now we're just going to slightly tighten them down so they'll stay in the upright position, but we don't want to fully tighten them down yet, because we want to rest the mirror on those first before we tighten those down, and then that way they can hold the mirror into place properly. Once again though, make sure you use a screwdriver and not a power drill, as these are just plastic clips and you don't want to over tighten and crack the plastic, or more importantly, when the mirror's in that place, damage the mirror of any sort. Now with the clips slightly in place here, we can take the mirror, slide it down. Now here I had to loosen them just a little bit more to accept that mirror. Like I said, these are 1/4 of an inch, so I need a little bit more space to do that. But I just slightly loosened it, slid the mirror down, almost hit myself with it. And then once I had it lined up in place with those indicator marks, I was able to tighten down the clips to the final pressure.
Okay, so it wasn't rolling when I did these top ones here. So just to recap, what I did is I pre-drilled these just like I did the bottom ones. And then when it came to actually putting the clips on, I first had these 2 clips put in. And then I rested the mirror onto those, tightened them down, came back up here, and then put this clip on here, and then tighten this screw down so it would hold the mirror into place. And then I was able to put this clip in. And then that way we were able to finish it.
And there's the mirror, all nice in place and making the wife happy. Dad at Home, a Busy Bee channel.